I'm one to stick up for my friends, and if I feel like they're done wrong, my mouth goes before my brain.
Megan!
Hello.
Hi, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
How have you been?
All right, to be fair, yeah. It's weird since coming out. Like, obviously, like, that's your whole life, and now it's just so different all of a sudden. But, yeah.
I was going to say, like, it must be mad going from, like, living basically isolated in a villa to now coming back to real life.
Literally, because, like, you're in a little bubble in there and just, like, living with, like, however many different people, and you just get accustomed to it.
And how was your experience in there?
I loved it. I loved every second of it. Like, it was just so fun. Like, everyone just had such a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go back.
When you look back at your time, is it like, do you feel like you did everything as you wanted to?
No, God, no. Obviously, when you're in there, like, the whole, like, Tommy argument and stuff, like, could have went about that a lot better. But when you're in there and you're, like, angry and, like, everyone's emotions are high and you're getting he said, she said kind of stuff, like, obviously in the heat of the moment, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
So that'd probably be, like, the only thing I'd go back and change. Because, like, even all, like, any little other scraps I had, like, they all blow over so quickly,
exactly,
you know what I mean? Like, because you're living with each other, so, like, you're on someone's lip all day and then it's awkward if you fight. So
how can you be beefing when you're meant to be going to bed together?
Literally.
It's like a bit weird. What would you have done differently in the villa?
Only that, like, I think that was, like, my worst, like, however long it was in the villa. Like, that was tough.
The Tommy,
like, yeah, that was tough. That was nice to, like, do. Other than that, like, I literally had a ball.
I've got a deep question. It's not that deep.
Okay.
Obviously, they show it on screen as the girls seem so split.
Yeah.
As in, like, it's like two different friendship groups constantly beefing each other. But is it actually as split as it's shown in the villa?
Do you know what? Being in there, it doesn't feel like that whatsoever. Like, of course, like, the girls have, like, the ones they naturally gravitate towards. Like, you're just naturally close to people. It's like skill. Like, you're not like, everyone's not like sisters holding hands.
Yeah.
But that being said, in there, it doesn't feel like that whatsoever. Because, like, I'd sit, like, I know I've been, like, put with, like, Helen and Megan there, like girls in there, but and Emily, but it's like I'd sit with Shakira and Tony just as much, and Alima, like, and Yasmin as well. Like, everyone kind of, like, goes in bits, but I think where we're sat for, like, chats and stuff, like, naturally go towards them. But, like, even in the dressing room and all, it's like, you wear this, you wear that, oh, this looks so good.
And this is what I'm thinking. It's like, must be like a really, like, girly vibe. So then for it to look so split, it's just so strange.
Yeah, I think it's just how it, like, pans out, really.
So you mentioned that your time in the villa was brilliant. You also said that it was hard, the Tommy breakup situation. So let's talk about that.
That boy is an absolute angel, but, like I said in there, when you're hearing things from everyone, you can get easily riled up, and it's easy to get caught up in, like, the whole anger of it all. Unfortunately, I did get caught up in the anger of it, and Tommy got the brunt of my anger. But obviously, like, it is an hour out of a 24-hour day, so, like, there is more chats into what you see, and like, I can assure you now, we were on good terms when we left. We don't hate each other. Yeah, and obviously, like, time's of the essence. I would have liked to, like, be more, like, friends with him rather than like we were at a good place. But yeah, no, I'm happy with how things got left. If I was to leave the villa and still be angry at him, it'd be worse. But yeah.
With Connor, how was that with him? Because it seems like you guys kicked it off, and, like, there was, like, almost like, would you say, like, there was an unspoken love there because you were coupled up with Tommy. Yeah.
So me and Connor had been speaking since day one.
Right.
And it just wasn't really shown, right? So that's why it looks like it came out of nowhere.
It did. Well, to the viewers.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, I was like, okay, fair enough, actually, yeah. But we had been speaking since the start, and then when he kind of got to know Tony a bit more, and then Emily came in and the same thing. And, like, on the screen now, it's really funny because he said something about, like, oh, I've had connections in there, but they're, like, more like friends now. And I was like, oh, that's me, friend zone.
No, that's it. Like, there's no point anymore.
Yeah, so we never really kind of spoke until he went and pulled me. What yous have seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Connor have always got on really well. So it was always a thing of, like, a what if with him, but never really explored it because I was, like, so happy with Tommy, and he was, like, obviously, like, seeing Tony and Emily.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did it because it would have been, like, unspoken then. So
exactly. It literally
at least
would
we
have been
explored
unspoken.
it, yeah.
And do you think that going to the hideaway for the kiss was the best way to do it?
No. In the moment, it's really funny because I watch it back. Connor was like, where we go? And we're looking around. There was no one yet. We were just going there. And at that point, I was so, like, oh, whatever. I'll just do it. Like, do you know what I mean? We were in the heat of the moment anyways. I was like, may as well add a cherry on top.
Yeah.
But it was nice to just like speak just me and him without like eyes everywhere and stuff. So like it was nice to have that chat in there. But yeah, the hideaway is never any good, is it?
And it's so sad that you had to leave so soon. But you and Connor's goodbye was like heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was tough, to be honest. Yeah,
really?
Because we had just gotten to like a good place, and obviously like we had just like sorted things out with Emily and Tommy, and like we were like kind of not free to like we could have always have done it, but it was nice. It was just us. And it just like felt like we were getting to a really good place, and then it like obviously got ripped away from us. But yeah, no, we left things on good terms, and like no pressure. I think people were like expecting him to leave, but no pressure for him to leave whatsoever. Like I said that to him because he was obviously really emotional. I was like, don't make a rash decision out of emotion. Yeah, I've done that myself the past couple of days. Look where that's got me. So let's not do that. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not walk before we can run. No, run before we can walk. That's the saying, isn't it?
Walk before we can run.
Yeah.
Whichever.
Anyway.
Do you think you'd wait for him?
I'll wait for him, but until I see, like, if he gets to know someone else, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Then I'm gonna be like, okay, fair. Like, but as of now, yeah, there's no pressure. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Watching as a viewer and as the public, obviously you've gotten a chance to watch all your past episodes as well. Does the public vote hurt to leave the villa? Is that how you would have wanted to leave?
Definitely not. I mean, I never wanted to leave full stop, but like public vote was like, ugh. But I think I watched the last couple of episodes back where it all kind of like went south, and I was like, yeah, fair.
Yeah, like fair enough. Like this is.
I watched it back and I was Team Tommy. I was like, yeah. I see it.
No, it's hard. I can't imagine like obviously being dumped because you're single is also like, oh my gosh, no one wants me.
Yeah.
Then being dumped by the public's like, oh my gosh, no one likes me. Like, it's like you don't win being dumped from the villa, is it?
I did get in the moon at the end of the episode though. That was fun to watch.
If you had to swap someone else to go home other than yourself, who would you have sent home? Who would you have voted for?
I said on After Sun, probably in that moment it would have been Tony, because her and Helena had that like little debacle that night, and she was calling her weird, and so obviously she's apologised now. Like I said, like things in there don't last very long. You know what I mean? But in that moment, probably Tony, just because of that.
And boys,
ooh, probably I would have stuck with Ramel if.
Oh really?
Because like what he did to Liam wasn't good. He wanted, like, he was looking at pictures of Poppy and all, and I was like, ugh.
One thing that we have been trying to figure out this whole season of Love Island is what is the difference between open and what is the difference between disrespectful?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
Open is like you can go and kiss someone else, but you can still be in a couple.
Yeah.
But then disrespectful is kissing someone else, being in a couple. What would you say the difference is?
There's a grey area there. I think it's how you go about it.
Right.
I suppose, but then at the same time, even if you're in a couple, you don't want to see someone you're with kiss someone else.
Yeah.
So it's never going to go down well.
We've got some new bombshells coming into the villa today. Yeah. Have you heard?
Slay. I seen it on Instagram
earlier. Yeah.
Billy Kiss, is that her name?
Yeah, that's it.
Unbelievable.
Going after Connor.
Yeah. Is she?
Yeah.
Didn't know that, thanks a lot.
Oh, sorry.
She seems nice. He deals with that. It's obviously Connor's a fit boy, do you know what I mean? He's got the charm, he's got the gift of the gab, so she's got like dead right to go after him, but he deals with it. We'll see. But obviously you're kind of keeping your cards close to your chest. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've got such Love Island, I don't know, like lingo. I've come out and I've like been talking to like my housemates and my friends, like as if I'm still in there. I'm like, yeah, my head was here and like this is how I was like,
can I put you for a chat?
Yeah. Oh, literally.
You left it, there's no milk in the fridge. That is like the hardest.
You left the freezer open, it's no good.
I feel like the Love Island lingo just like lingers
literally
for like the whole summer, right?
Once you go in there, it's like switched on. I'm like, really? I naturally just start talking like that. I've never spoken like that in my life.
Did you watch Love Island growing up?
Yeah.
Could you, like, obviously being in there, was it as you pictured it being, like with the whole, can I put you for a chat? Let's go around the fire pit.
I feel like it comes quite naturally. You wouldn't think it does, but it does.
Yeah.
But I will say the villa is like a lot smaller than you think, so nothing's ever a secret. You can hear everything. Like I could be like on the daybeds and I hear someone in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean? Like it's you hear everything.
Well, speaking of hearing everything, from where you'll be shouting from across the villa during the dramas, was that because everyone could hear everything? So you're like, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about this right now.
Not even that. I think like I'm one to stick up for my friends, and if I feel like they're done wrong, my mouth goes before my brain.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us, to be honest.
Especially if like with the Helena, Harry, Meg, D situation, I felt like if they were ever done wrong, I was like,
Like, straight
I
on
think
it,
it's because
yeah.
I'm so close to the boys as well.
Right.
Like Harry and D were like my best boyfriends in there. So I think it was more of like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
kind of thing.
like,
Like, hello,
fix
yeah. Rather than I just want to shout at someone.
This is what I want to know.
Go on.
What do you lot eat in there?
Oh my God.
I've been watching with my dad and he's like, they're just eating avocado on toast and coffee. Is that what you lot live off?
No, obviously you see us like make breakfast in the mornings or whatever. So like all the boys would always have eggs or like avocado or whatever. I always got my little yogurt bowl made for me, which is cute. And then we'd have lunch, but we always had chicken and chips. That was like the one thing that was consistent in that villa was the chicken and chips.
Was it given oven chicken and chips or was it given
It was like grilled
decent?
chicken. No, it was actually quite nice. Like,
yeah.
We got a roast on a Sunday.
Nice.
Like, roast in that heat though was like, it was a lot.
Megan, tell me what's next. What is next for you since coming out of the villa?
I don't know. Like, to be fair, I've not been out very long, so like I'm kind of just taking every day as it comes. It's a lot to like adjust to after being in there for like 3 weeks. So yeah, it's all brand new. I've always said I wanted to do Strictly.
Oh,
I would love to do Strictly. So maybe.
I say performing arts was in your class, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Strictly would be nice.
Strictly would be great.
Acting.
Yeah, obviously I want to go back into like the theatre side of things, but yeah.
No, Megan, I love that. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And good luck everything after the villa.
Thank you. Appreciate it.